I mean, I first got really interested just because Qatar has such a central role in US foreign policy, particularly in the Middle East. The US military base in Qatar, the Al base, gives Qatar a lot of kind of influence over what the US can and cannot do militarily as far as launching strikes. Much of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq were, at least to some extent, done logistically through Al Udeid. So both the military side and then on the diplomatic side, the US outsources a lot of diplomacy or collaborates a lot with Qatar on its negotiations, its diplomacy, whether the role they've played in trying to get the hostages out of the Gaza Strip, mediating with Hamas, the role they've played in negotiating with the Taliban in Afghanistan, the role they've played as a mediator at times between the US and Iran. So I was it's just unique that the US is so kind of inter-reliant on a foreign country on its foreign policy. And I think what really surprised me was just how much money and effort the Qataris have played in trying to really ingratiate themselves, put them in the middle of US foreign policy, because it is a lot of money and a lot of effort. I mean, a key issue in US law is are politicians, presidents using their office to enrich themselves, to get wealthier. I think the plane sort of shocked people because A, it's so much, and B, you're allowing a foreign government to give the Air Force One, and then it sounds like afterwards it's going to go to the presidential library, Trump's presidential library. So I think the concern is like, what do they want in return? That's a lot of money. And I said at the beginning, the Qataris play between the air military base and the diplomacy. They're sort of have been fused into the U.S. Foreign policy. Giving the White House Air Force One seems to be another step in that direction. And I think there is concern that it's just giving them too much influence over United States foreign policy, particularly as we outlined in the story, it doesn't seem like the US and Qatar are always aligned, whether it's on, an issue like Qatar's support for Hamas, its support for some other groups, like the Muslim Brotherhood. There seems to be some conflict. So I think that's the concern that they have this plane and these other things I've listed out gives them a lot of influence, and it's just not clear that the US and Qatar are aligned on all of its foreign policies.